This is me, SpoodBeest.
Welcome back, everyone, to a video by me. Another piece of content for this very channel. Today's video topic is going to be a little bit different. We're going to close out July and ring in August in a bit of a different manner. This video is going to be a video response to my dear friend Michael Burhan of The Nerd Genius. You can find his original video, of course, within this video because it's going to be a response to it. So the link will be accompanied with the actual video link to this one. Yeah, double video link in one sentence, I know. But I'm just going to go on the record and say, I love Nintendo. I really do. I date back with them as far as the Nintendo Entertainment System. When I was 3 years of age, that's when I picked up my very first game, Paddle. I played Super Mario Brothers, and just a connection for life was made, okay? It was one of those big-time life experiences where it's one of those things that you kind of kept doing as time went on. And it didn't last very long. I mean, that console was already very old by the time I got around to using it. And I think I got like two years out of it. I think I was 5 when it finally, I just short-circuited and finished off and was dead. And due to that, by the time that it broke, as I said, I was about 5. So time had passed since the Super Nintendo was red hot, and during that time I was already playing the NES anyway, so my parents were able to find, I believe through one of their friends, a used SNES for very cheap through a yard sale, and I was able to use that from now on, and even got some games for it to begin with. And that was the console that really shaped me as a Nintendo fan. I would say to this day that the Super Nintendo is my favorite console of all time, like ever, that I've ever played. And a lot of different big kinships were made. I made my 2 lifelong friends through the use of playing Super Nintendo. Like that was one of our shared interests. We played PlayStation in that too, but it all started with Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I still keep in touch with those 2 to this day. They're my 2 lifelong best friends. And I got to play Super Mario World. I got to play Donkey Kong Country, the series. I got to play Yoshi's Island. I got to play a whole bunch of old-time stuff that was really good. And by that point, it was all used games. So, because the big things around that time were PlayStation and Nintendo 64 by the time I got into the Super Nintendo. And I eventually did dabble in with the N64. I played that. I got a GameCube, played that when that came out. And, of course, I got a Wii because, well, it was the next Nintendo console, and I support them. And if you remember way back, I was one of the biggest defenders of the Wii console. They weren't very good videos. Very few of them still exist. And it was because I was a naive, little, young, immature child, and I've grown up, and my tastes have expanded. And even before I got to as knowledgeable as I am now, I could see the flaws with the Wii marketing. I did not like what they were using the console for. I thought it could be used for a lot more than just gimmicking it for families. And now with the Wii U being out, it seems like they're kind of not trying to focus on gimmicks, but they're alienating a lot of third-party developers. And that's not what this is about. I wish the Wii U the very best in lifespan. I think it's just going to take a while for it to catch steam. Maybe it's going to have some issues like the PlayStation 3 did at the beginning of the last generation. But I wish that console nothing but good things, and I hope to get one into the future, especially for the new Smash Brothers that's coming out, right? Now, this video is about Nintendo, the company I love, versus YouTube, the place where I give videos to for all of you to watch and entertain you. Now, the reason this is such a big issue is because it's already dating back to even before E3. For a long time now, Nintendo has been slamming every Let's Player who might not have a big partnership under the sun with copyright claims for using their footage, despite the fact that it's under fair use, despite the fact that they're giving credit to the company. I think it's mainly, and keep in mind, these are not big-time monetized partners. I think those people are protected due to their contracts, and they don't really suffer as much. They're going to make money anyway from the deals that they have. I'm talking about the lower people. I'm even lower than myself, keep in mind. I'm not a big channel at all. Keep that in mind. My channel is not huge. I cater to a very, very tiny audience of this website. Let's not overgloat me. I love all of you for watching my videos, but I'm not a huge channel. And mainly these channels that are being affected are lower than my channel. Like they're even smaller than me, and they should not be being blasted with all this. If anything, it should be the people who are making a lot of money from all this. They're the ones who should be getting penalized. I know that they're protected behind contracts, but are you really just picking on the little people just because you can, Nintendo? I mean, these are faithful fans of yours, faithful people who bought every single one of those games and the consoles that they're playing it on, putting money into your pocket, and they're sharing them. They're letting you get free advertisement from them. They're showing this game to many people. They're showing how to play them. They're showing the stories, and if they appeal to people, people may go out and buy them. You know, I can speak for myself, not for any of your Let's Plays, but I've seen a Let's Play of Heavy Rain last summer, and I was so intrigued by the story of the game, I bought a copy of it. It goes a long way. Showing games over the internet is free advertisements. It's stuff that companies don't even need to do because the fans of the game do it for them. These are people who spend their hard-earned money to buy video games and play them and show them to the rest of the world. These companies don't even need to advertise anything because the people who already paid out of their pocket to get it in the first place are showing their excitement with the world. What's wrong with that? There should be absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if everybody were to get in trouble, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but it seems that they're very pick and choose based on who they get it. I know it could be bots, I know it might be nitpicking, but at the same time, it's something that really bothers the hell out of me. My buddy, Michael Burhan, who I'm doing this video response to, and I want to thank him for doing his video because it really influenced me to do this. It kind of got put off track by a week and a half, but I knew I was going to get around to it anyway. He made a video basically about the same thing because it's been continuous. It's been going on since the spring, if not even the dawn of the new year. But what happened was around E3, he did a cover for the entire event, an absolutely brilliant cover. He did Day Zero all the way through to the end of the event and even did a recap of the entire event the day after it was done. And he showed clips of the Nintendo Direct that was held on June 11th, 2013, which showed 3DS and Wii U new games that were going to be coming out for each console and a little bit of game footage. Keep in mind, it was not anywhere near half the video. It wasn't even a quarter of the video. When he was talking about the event, kind of flashed by the different parts he was talking about that might have accumulated not even 5 minutes worth of footage. And that video got slammed with a copyright complaint that he still has to his channel that, you know, he's kind of fought back for, but they haven't released anything. It's still intact, and that video, they're making money off of it. He doesn't want them making money off of it, and for fair reason. They think that for that whole 5 minutes of footage, they can make however much money they want. They want to put their ads on it. If they could put their ads on it, the whole dispute would be over, but he doesn't want them making any money off of it, which is fair. He's not making any money off of it, and his channel is non-profit. He's not really getting any money from it from YouTube. Why should they? Why should they take advantage of a video vlog that he took the time to create and make? It doesn't add up to me. You're not going to make very much from that video anyway. If channels that are smaller are trying to build themselves up by using your games to kind of reach out to a broad audience so they can build an audience, there's nothing really you're going to be able to take from that because views and money are all made from how many people watch a video and click on the ads. It goes in two ways, but you need a decent amount of people to be able to make any sort of revenue off of it. Nintendo might be getting 1/4 of an entire cent from that video they want to desperately put advertisements on, and there's absolutely no reason for that. And I could turn a blind eye to all of that if it didn't happen to me. Now, I know that's horrible to say, and you might even be thinking, what the hell, Braden? When did you ever, in your entire recent YouTube career, since you got partnered, have you ever used Nintendo-related game footage? And I'm going to answer that question right now. I never have. Their issue came about because of an old intro I was using before just last week's and this week's video. Now keep in mind, when I first joined Fanboys Anonymous, a site that you can of course check out anytime you want, I did a little plugin for it that was way too long. It took a whole minute. It dragged out. I didn't know what I was doing for an intro for it, and it was horrible. Only 2 unfortunate videos have that old intro in it, and I think they both suffered as a result of that old intro. And so by the 3rd video that I made, being under the Fanboys hood before making SpoodBeest a content partner or affiliate with the Fanboys website, I made a condensed intro that was a lot smoother, and it had Rareware's version of Inside the Castle Walls that plays when you go into Wrinkly's Save Cave and she's playing the Nintendo 64. That's, of course, in Donkey Kong Country 3, starring Dixie and, of course, Kiddy Kong. And in that, there's a little remixed version of Inside the Castle Walls from Mario 64. That's the one I used when the Fanboys intro that I was using when it goes completely 8-bit and then the website URL gets typed out in front of it. I was using that for months. I started using that at the end of March, and I used it all the way until last week's video. And why? Because the week's video before that got plagued with a copyright filed from Nintendo. They wanted to file because not all of the audio in the video was not mine. And I could not prove that all of that audio in the video was not mine. Because it wasn't. That little 3 seconds of Inside the Castle Walls playing, I can't prove that's mine. I know it's not mine. It's totally copyrighted music from Nintendo. I get that. But there's no clips of any video games being shown. It was 3 seconds of the video to pump up a website for people to view that website. It was not even played when I'm talking. I don't have music playing when I talk. I wasn't using that particular music clip to gain myself views. Is it really worth them making money off of or filing me with copyright complaints? Thankfully, it only happened for one, but I have my guard up for the others because every video from, I think, my Mega Man video, the first one that was talking about why he should be in Smash Brothers, well before he was revealed, that I made at the end of March, beginning of April, all the way until my Wii U controller for Smash Brothers video. All of those have that intro. So if they want to nitpick, there's plenty of videos for them to try and slam a copyright file on. But I handled the situation as best I could. I took monetization. It never got cleared for monetization because of that. Never got cleared for it, so I just rejected it from monetization, swept it under the rug. The thing settled, and I went and changed up the intro with different free use video game sounding music that's being played over the Fanboys intro now. So it's all under the rug. But at the same time, for 3 seconds of music that I didn't compose myself, is it really gone this far where you need to make advertisements for 3 seconds of some looped gaming music? What has this come to? There was absolutely not 1 second of video game footage. I'm going to repeat that. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not even like I can at least understand Let's Plays even though I don't agree with it. There's nothing. The whole video is nothing but playing the video game and however many parts you have to play the game in. But this one wasn't even the full video game song. There was no clips that even attached itself to Mario 64 or even Donkey Kong Country where I actually got it from. And it seemed like nothing more than just they just wanted to nitpick and not let me slide away with using something like that. I mean, I would have rather been slammed with that months ago than just all of a sudden, because yeah, even though that video wasn't really my most popular Smash Bros. Related video, it would have still been nice to, not cut it off at the nuts, because the only good thing I like about monetization, because I really don't care about being paid. That's the one thing. Anybody who knows, I did the partnership so I could get the account perks, which we only have one of now. The only perk we get out of that partnership is changing our custom video avatars. That's it. We don't get any banners anymore. We don't get anything nice. It's all generic now. It's no better than a director account how many years ago. So I only got to experience that for like a year, which sucks. But anyway, that money never mattered to me for this partnership. I wanted to get in because there's only one good thing about monetization. It's not getting paid. It's your videos show up a lot more to the people who search related stuff, and you get an upgraded amount of viewers because YouTube puts a certain little spotlight on you. They get a bit of promotion, if you will. They get a bit of priority in searches because of they're monetized and they want people to view them because they're products of how their little YouTube machine works. Since they're perceived as more important, they're kind of put over on a pedestal and you get more viewers because of it, because it's easily searched. And that's why. And that's the only good thing to come from monetization. And I believe a lot more people would have seen my controller tablet video on the forms of control for Smash Brothers. A lot more of them would have who weren't just subscribed to me if it was at least being able to put under that monetized spotlight. But Nintendo said no and wanted to file a copyright strike against me, and that would have been pretty petty, and I decided to not fight it, take my video off for monetization so that I'm not going to be making any money off of it, and I don't think they should either. And they're not. They did not go that far. And thankfully a strike was not issued, because if I would have at least tried to fight and prove that 3 seconds of music was mine, even though it wasn't, that could have been a bad thing for me. And I could have gotten a copyright strike against my channel. And when you are under a partnership of any kind on this website, that's not what you want. And that can lead to a big downhill slope for you. One strike is one strike too many. I used to have two. They were completely unwarranted. They are away from my account now, and they were well before I was partnered. I got each of them a long time ago. They were each 2.5 years apart from one another, and I got them removed from my channel well before I was partnered with this actual website. But I did not want another one from Nintendo, and I know they would not hesitate to strike if I tried to contend against that and get my video monetized. But it's still petty to me, and I can't believe that they're doing this. I mean, it's free promotion, Nintendo. We are just fans who love your product, who want to help support you. You've given us years upon years upon years of great entertainment with quality games, and we're always going to support your consoles, and you're trying to isolate us from doing that because we want to share our experience with the games with the entire world. There are reasons I don't put any video clips or pictures of the games I'm talking about in my videos, and it's because of you guys. I mean, I could have a lot more visual aid, and the one time I did do it, I was extremely scared of any sort of backlash happening to me because of it, because I'm scared that you're going to try and file a complaint that the picture of the still image shown at 11 minutes and 33 seconds or whatever is your image, and I can't prove it's mine. Nobody should be scared of that. It's free promotion for you guys. It's free promotion to your company that doesn't even need the free promotion. You're a multi-million-dollar organization. You could make whatever money any of the videos on YouTube make for Let's Players, for people talking about your games, for people showing screenshots, for people talking about a trailer or reviewing your game. You could make all what they make on their entire channel individually at a snap of a finger. What do you need to make the money for? What do you need to do to jump into their account and take videos down or blast your own advertisements on it or do strikes against these channels that really are not even what a sliver on your pinky would be in the entire terms of content? The people who bought the game, the people who already spent money, the people who may have just convinced somebody to buy a new game because they interested them with their video, because it was free promotion for you guys. Think about that, Nintendo, before you start blasting copyright strikes at everybody else.